I'm starting YouTube in 2026, and maybe you should too. I'm JJ, I'm a videographer. I've been doing this since 2017, been really blessed to have been able to do it this long. Some of the obstacles I had to wanting to dive into YouTube were probably typical, just human thoughts that we all have in different ways. It was just like, who cares? Is it gonna be good enough? Do I really know what I'm talking about enough? Am I self-absorbed for wanting to do YouTube? I realized all those were lies, because in making content or sharing things, both from a passion place or educational standpoint, there's someone else who can see that and that can motivate them and help their spark. Even if it's one person, maybe it's, someone younger up and coming who's like, yeah, I just want to get a camera in my hands. Take that first step. Don't worry about trying to figure every single little thing out, because it's much better to just do the thing, learn, get out of your comfort zone, then look back years later and wonder what if I would have done that, or I should have done that. And if you have that tug that this is what you're supposed to do, you need to walk that out. And at the very least, it'll lead to something else. It'll be the thing that leads to the thing you're supposed to do. It's gonna help you figure it out. And honestly, it's just fun. And you can take it from someone who's just starting out themselves. I might have, be far along in videography as a career, but I'm not that far in YouTube, I'm just starting. If there's something in your spirit, in your heart that's been pulling on you for a while, for years, like, oh, I really wanna do it, but I don't have this, I don't have that. Just get up and do it. I ran into this 19-year-old guy yesterday taking photos, and I was out doing the short film with my brother, and I asked, are you doing this as a hobby, aspiring professional, or a current professional? And it was sort of like, I thought about doing it professional. I grew up doing this for fun, but I don't have the network, I don't have the gear. And I told him, just go and walk it out. And also too, at the end of the day, if you can deliver good product, the client doesn't care that much what your gear is. But point is, not getting into gear talk, I just encouraged him, walk that out. And I actually saw myself when I first started out. So it reminded me and sort of felt like a full circle moment of there's people up and coming who are just starting their journeys, and there always will be. And a touch point for me, I remember I was on set. My uncle's an actor, so cool. First time I was on a legit set. We got to sit behind the director's chair. So we were kind of in the chairs with these headphones listening, getting to hear the takes over and over. My aunt and I were talking about filmmaking. I was having a similar conversation of like, man, I really want to do this. I want to be able to do this, talking about the magic of filmmaking. I was in awe and wonder about it. And the director just gets up out of his chair, turns around, looks at me, and I'm sitting behind him, and he's standing up now. And I'm just kind of sitting there like, oh, he's about to say something to me. And he goes, you can make your dreams happen like that. And I can't remember exactly what he said, but that was kind of the key highlight. And he basically just encouraged me. And that's something that stuck with me to this day. And so those moments of encouragement that people might need, if I could be that for someone else, I would love that. And maybe there's someone who's way further along down the line who, I could easily learn from, and maybe I remind them of that moment. But the point is, I want to be able to be that outlet for this. And so that was kind of my moment of somebody pressing into me. And over the years, so many, my dad, I've had family, so many people do that. But at the end of the day, we all need each other. Whether we have family members, whether it's some guy on YouTube with 45 subscribers and aspiring, it will get bigger. But we all need these moments of going through this together. And a lot of things we could probably all relate to as human beings, and especially in this wonderful field of filmmaking, videography, photography. All that to say, I want to share my goals of what I want to do on this channel. Short films, behind the scenes of those short films, client work, and behind the scenes of client work. And also too, as a whole, not just video, I want to share about life experience too that I have. I'm only 31, but I've learned a thing or two in this past 9 years of doing this, and learned a lot becoming a dad, being a husband. So however that relates to you, even if that's not where your journey is in life, and I'm hoping that I can encourage and help someone else out there. Thank you so much if you made it this far. Looking forward to seeing you more, and I'll talk to you in the next one.